The Nuggets, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox is out there with Edwards, and it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. And for the Suns, Bridges and Saric make up the forward. Devin Booker out there with Paul, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, the Suns, of course, have the league's longest playoff drought. 9 straight seasons of going on vacation early. And think about it, that's despite picking at the top of the draft year after year.
4 on the clock, 1 shot on the way. It is good.
Well, just such a crafty offensive talent. Devin Booker working the mid-range. What doesn't he do?
Now the pass to Barnes. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And doors for the Suns going forward. It can't help that they play in the always difficult Western Conference.
That's right. The Western Conference is so strong at the top, and it's strong at the bottom as well. You know, you think about it, teams that didn't make the playoffs last year, Dallas, Sacramento, Minnesota, all of those teams are on the upswing. So how do the Suns eventually climb that ladder?
Fox, no good. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. A 15-footer. Sacramento grabs the miss.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Edwards, that's good.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here's Paul. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Fox. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. Number 1, the Kings.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Second chance shot. Paul with the steal. Here's Bridges, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, a promising start last year for Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the toughest perimeter player. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders on the team.
Here's Booker. That one a little long. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 3. Out to the wing. Here's Fox. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And Fox must continue to work on that shot. When he's knocking it down from there, boy, the D is in trouble.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ayton, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing excellent.
Fox passes to Edwards. At the top of the key, Thompson. Passes to Edwards. Off with the layup. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. That one falls. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Edwards. Nobody near Barnes. Cans the shot from the wing.
I'll tell you, the thing about Barnes, sometimes struggles to create the tight handle he continues to work on, really thrives when it's catch and shoot.
Sharge up top, defended by Bagley. For three, Booker sinks the three-pointer. Booker's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Fox. Pass to Edwards. On the wing, Barnes. Defended by Bridges. From deep three-point range, Kings with the fresh shot clock. Fox, no good.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Drills it from outside. And it's 7 points for Chris Paul.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots with consistency.
Ball against Fox. And the pass to Edwards. Barnes outside. Barnes with another miss. Suns leading by 8. And here's Booker from the arc. Thompson with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Now, here's Fox. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Booker against Edwards. On the wing, Barnes. Shoots over Bridges. Barnes can't get it to go. Suns leading by 6. Here's Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Bagley with the bucket.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
A floater. They get it back. Here's Sharch. Ayton trying to break free. The shot by Sharch, no good. Here's Edwards. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Now just a 2-point Phoenix lead.
And how about the awareness there from Fox? You gotta love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
And the Suns here with a different look. JaVale McGee's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Kaminsky comes in for Sharch. Crowder, he's checked in for Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul. Now here's Crowder. Pass to Booker. Over Davis. Great D that time from Davis. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, I think we know that Devin Booker is known for his shooting, but to me, guys, there's also the passing and the rebounding aspect that comes into play with him.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Both free throws good from Booker.
And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision making.
6 to shoot. Healed against McGee. Excellent D that time there from McGee. This is it to Crowder. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Booker. Here's Mitchell. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Now here's Payne, covered by Mitchell. Shamet. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Kings trail by 5. Here's Mitchell. Here's Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Davis surveying the floor. To the paint. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. To the middle. And that one's good, Shamet. And the Suns lead by 5.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Hield. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A shot by Len. Wide open. Here's Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Payne. Len grabs the board. The Kings trail by 3. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Mitchell finds Len. Hield with it. Guarded by McGee. Shoots it up. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Here's Payne. For Mitchell. Payne can't hit. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Kings. This, of course, their first time matched up with the Suns.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Now here's Hield. It's tipped. From downtown. That's good from Payne on the assist from Crowder.
Well, I think you have to appreciate how Jay Crowder sees the floor. This guy is an unselfish player who wants to get his teammates involved.
Here's Mitchell. Hield outside. Shoots over Crowder. Hield with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Davis. Shamet with it. From outside the arc. It'll count. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And a chance here to just double check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Suns lead by 2. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. This ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
They've got Landry Shamet. Frank Kaminsky is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Payne, and it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Hield outside. Shot clock at 5. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Shamet, the pass to Crowder. Now, Kaminsky. Pass to Shamet. And McGee kicks to Crowder. McGee's shot is off. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alder.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. And they're moving it up. Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. Davis against Crowder. The pass to McGee. And here is Shamet. On deep. And Davis pulls it down.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
From the left block, he sends it through. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Payne, covered by Mitchell. Payne dishes to McGee. It's not going to go for him. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Davis finds Mitchell. Hield against Crowder. Back to Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. Over Payne. And that one hits back iron. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Shamet. This one for 3. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Timeout, timeout.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And the Suns call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
That's what you call getting to the Tremendous awareness from Dario Saric.
Fox, no good. Suns leading by 4. Saric passes to Paul. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Passes it to Fox. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Here's Bagley. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. At the elbow, Paul to the left wing. Saric looking around. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And it's Paul missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Fox. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one. Perhaps the biggest breakout star last year from the 2017 draft class, De'Aaron Fox. Greg, he was sensational.
Kevin, the difference between a year 1 and a year 2 player was never displayed better than the improvement that Fox showed. His shot, vision, and decision-making all started to catch up to that incredible athleticism.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
First free throw is good. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
Bridges with the steal. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Makes it off the glass. Ayton's got his 2nd basket of the game.
That's a determined scorer right there. DeAndre Ayton showing a little toughness on the interior finish.
Here's Fox. Here's Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Kings haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Back to Saric. For 3, Bridges. Bagley with the block. That one misses. Good D by Booker. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Ayton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for Phoenix. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 3rd is Chris Paul.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Here is Edwards. He has 6. Lockett 6. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
And Ayton stays with it. And the Suns lead by 11.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Fox looking it over. Pass to Edwards. Knocked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. They'll be playing against Damian Lillard. and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Suns leading by 11. Ball outside. Feeds it to Ayton. Over Thompson. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Paul. 10 points for DeAndre Ayton.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game for many years. He's made everyone around him better.
Saric against Barnes. Got a hand on it.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Fox against Paul. Now here's Fox. He's tightly guarded. Paul with the steal. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. That's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
And the Suns take on 2 more.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player could learn from.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound by the Kings. Bagley's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Fox. Here's Thompson. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, Thompson just so focused. Even with the defense in his face, he still has the poise to be able to knock down shots.
Edwards against Booker. .121 left to play in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Bagley. The shot by Saric, no good. The Kings trail by 15. That's a 2 from Barnes. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
And that's one of Fox's strengths, trying to involve his teammates first. A really good passer who wants to play for his guys.
Saric outside. The pass to Bridges. Shoots the 3. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got 8 rebounds in this game. Outside, Fox. Outside, Bagley. Edwards against Booker. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bridges against Fox. Now Bridges. To end the drought. And that one released in time, but no good. And so that brings the first half to a close. Phoenix ahead. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
Well, they've really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times, they kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all filled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Sacramento. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox is out there with Edwards, and it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Fox kicks to Barnes. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Bagley, defended by Booker. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Suns leading by 15. Passes it to Šarić. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Oh, good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Fox against Paul. Thompson looking for an opening. And taken away by Paul. Booker with no one around, and the 3 off target. The Kings trail by 16 to the inside. Bagley, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
The shot's good from Paul.
At his size, Dario Šarić can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Ball against Fox. The dish to Barnes. Bagley the pass to Barnes. Shoots over Bridges. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Bagley. That's 7 points for Barnes.
This is something we've seen from Harrison Barnes since his collegiate days at North Carolina, the capacity to light it up from mid-range.
Bridges for 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Kings. 4th, the Suns.
You know, both of these clubs forced a lot of turnovers and also converted offensively off of them. Very impressive.
And not a seasoned Doris that pops off the stanchion, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
From the low block, Fox, no good.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Here's Booker, and it's Sacramento with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
He dishes it to Bridges. Ayton with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Paul. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Paul's got 18 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Paul with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot.
For Phoenix, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Suns. Damian Jones is checked in for Sacramento. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside, Fox. To Edwards.
A smart defender. Booker can anticipate and uses good balanced movement to get in position.
Three-pointer. The shot misses. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Here's Edwards. That one no good. Some solid defense from 8. For 3, Booker buries it from three-point range. Booker's got 10 points in the quarter.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he beat up?
And Edwards with the stuff.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And Booker kicks to Shamet. Ayton in the high post. Working on Jones. Ayton finds Sharge. 5 on the clock. Al Paul. Headed by Fox. That's tipped. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Suns. And then for Sacramento, Hield comes in for Edwards. And it's Mitchell in for De'Aaron Fox. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Mitchell passes to Barnes. It's good from long range. Barnes has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, with that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. Two distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the jobs.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
There are the Kings with another bucket.
Kevin, he's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Now here is McGee. He's got 6. Here's Ayton. 5 to shoot. Back to Shamet. Over Mitchell. And it's Shamet missing.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And the basket is good.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
against Barnes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
And the first task for Monty Williams is going to be retooling this offense. Plenty of offensive talent here. The team has underperformed on that end for years.
And one of the things he wants to implement, Greg, Monty Williams wants to utilize more movement, right? He has mentioned a style similar to what they ran while he was with the Spurs organization. So don't expect to see any stagnant bodies on the offensive end this year.
Mitchell finds Holmes. Outside, Davis. And the Kings check on two more. Suns leading by 18. And here is Paul. 20 points for him. And there's the pass to McGee. Dishes to Payne. Shot clock at 6. Good D by Mitchell. The Kings trail by 18. Healed outside. Inside. It's tipped. Holmes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Let's check out some stats for McGee. He had a strong showing last season. 3rd in field goal percentage and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Now here's Payne, covered by Mitchell. From 12 feet out, here's McGee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First trip to the line for him here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Here's Payne, and the rejection by Holmes. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Good on the three-point shot. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to McGee. He kicks to Kaminsky. Shoots over Holmes. That one wide left. The Kings trail by 13. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Pass to Paul. Basket good. Paul's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And oozing with confidence right now. Paul makes plays off the bounce that others can't.
Here's Mitchell, and he converts the layup.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Kicks it to Paul. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Rejected by Crowder.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
Pass to Hield. A 3. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Now here's Payne, covered by Mitchell. to the right wing. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Mitchell looking it over. Count it. Mitchell's got 8 here in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Paul kicks to Crowder. Here's Payne. Offensive rebound. McGee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from McGee. The Kings making a switch here. Both free throws good from McGee. 5 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Tipped away. Paul with the steal. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Phoenix. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Kaminsky. Chris Paul is out there with Payne. Then it's Bridges. And it's McGee in at the center position. Who's out there for Phoenix. Page back. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Mitchell with it. Working on Payne. Mitchell dishes to Heel. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Holmes. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more. Creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Paul passes to Kaminsky. Thompson with the rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Davis finds Mitchell. Back to Davis. Here's Mitchell. Defended by Paul. Goes up on the wing. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
There's the pass to McGee. Payne with it. Over Mitchell. Good as the jump shot falls. And the Suns lead by 11. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Hield. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
We all know Hield can shoot, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Andre Ayton's checked in for JaVale McGee. Sharge comes in for Kaminsky. And it's Devin Booker in for Chris Paul. Then for the Kings, Bagley, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Edwards comes in for Davis. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Mitchell. Hield with the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Payne looking around. Bridges passes to Ayton. He feeds it to Booker. Oh, Ayton in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
The Kings trail by 9. Outside, Fox. Shades over Payne. Again, Sacramento.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Switch outside. Bridges with it. Stolen by Thompson. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Booker. And here they go. Healed. Can't hit.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And finished off by Bagley.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And, Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Here's Payne, and Thompson sends it back.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
The Kings making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Outside, Fox. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Bridges dishes to Payne. Booker outside. Traps in the tray. Booker's got 13 points in the second half.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Passes it to Barnes. And the officials will call the illegal screen right here.
Well, and on a night where he's been so smart handling the ball, that's his first big mistake.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it. I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Now Fox. Bagley the pass to Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career, and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder. Now, here's Bridges. Pass to Payne. And it's blocked. Here is Edwards. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Charge outside. The feed now to Ayton. And that one, good. And the Suns lead by 5.
You gotta give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Outside, Fox. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
The pass to Bridges. Down low. Here's Ayton. Tries again. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pulls up on the elbow. Bridges with the board.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And here is Fox. Barnes outside. Off target from three-point range. Here's Booker. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Fox finds Thompson. It's good.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Chris Paul.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Launches a three. And no good that time. And it's Fox with the ball for Sacramento. Trailing by 5. And stolen by Ayton. Inside, Bridges. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Fox passes to Begley. Now it over Booker. A pass to Fox. Barnes outside. It's tipped. Bridges with the steal. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Heels checked in for the Kings. Timeout called by the Kings.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
The Kings trail by 7. Barnes with it. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Sharp.
Well, you won't see a lot of this. Barnes tends not to draw a ton of fouls, but he baits the defender in that instance.
And the first one drops. Barnes hits them both.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
And Saric kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Booker for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, this is the assertive mentality of Devin Booker. When he starts to find his rhythm, turn the lights out.
Barnes with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And it's blocked. Now Bridges to the paint. Sharp dishes to Booker. Good D by Barnes. Ball against Fox. Fires top of the key. And good. He nails it.
And you know what? Already showing signs of a solid jump shot. Fox is only going to get better as long as he's committed to improving.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Over to the left wing. Ball against Fox. Fires it up. Phoenix, no good that time either.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
No good from Booker. Shot and game clock set to separated by 5. Here's Barnes. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Guys, they're holding on to this slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. It's the first that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics in the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Dish now to Heel. Over Saric. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
And the future Hall of Famer continues to get it done. Paul is a special point guard. He just wants to win.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
Leases one from 3.
Oh, with that calm demeanor, Barnes sticks that one right in their eye.
Timeout called, the Suns. The score knotted at 108. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. Pull from deep three-point land. And regulation now complete. He will go to overtime. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And it's the Suns to start out. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Kings. Fox at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Barnes and Bagley the duo with the forward. And it's Thompson in at center.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to McGee. Back to Paul. Over Fox. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 26.
Beautiful stuff from CP3, figuring out every single way to exploit the weakness of the defense.
Here's Bagley. Rebound by the Suns. Saric has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Fires the 3. That's good from Paul on the assist by Saric. Now it's a 4-point Phoenix lead. Now here's Hield. Elbow shot is on the way. They get the rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Ball finds Booker. With the teardrop. Here's McGee. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And the Suns lead by 4.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Barnes outside. Bridges with the steal. Sharge outside. He dishes it to Paul. Bagley against Sharge. Good D by Thompson. And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. We're in overtime. If you just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it. Over in the corner, Barnes. A three-pointer off the mark.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Hits the jumper. 6 points for Dario Saric. The Kings trail by 6. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. We're now about 3 minutes into this overtime period. Barnes against Bridges. And that one's good. Barnes has got 26 points.
Oh, Kevin, that is absolutely monumental. And you have to admire the way Barnes carries himself right now. Very few antics, just goes about his business.
Timeout called, the Suns. Bagley against Paul. Here's Booker. And that one goes long. The Kings trail by 4. Fox passes to Bagley. Count that bucket.
Stepping up, Bagley lives to compete. He wants the ball when the game is on the line.
Right wing. Paul with the 3. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 32 points for Chris Paul.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Barnes to the middle. Bagley. He can't get that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Healed against Booker. From deep. Unable to get that one.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Fox, knocked away and taken away by Paul. Out to the right wing. Bridges, no one around him. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Barnes. McGee with the block. Fast break, here come the Suns. Bridges leading the charge. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooting. And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Here's Booker. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.